Dear children, in this session, we are going to learn about some new food facts. We will be discussing about some of the factors which affect the food we eat, and we shall also discuss some of the healthy eating habits. So, at the end of this session, you will be able to appreciate the cultural diversity in food, that is, the varieties of food in our country, discuss and list some factors affecting the food we eat, that is, understand and list out some reasons on why we eat certain types of food or why our food habits are different from one another. State some healthy eating habits. You will be able to list out some healthy eating habits like taking a balanced diet and adopting a healthy lifestyle, etc. Feel motivated to make an informed food choice. The subtopics we will be dealing with in this session are cultural diversity in food, factors affecting the food we eat, and healthy eating habits. Now, it is essential for us to understand that people in different countries eat different types of food. In India, we have 29 states, and surprisingly, each state has its own unique cuisine consisting of mouth-watering dishes and delicacies. The varieties in food are because of their different cultures, traditions, locally available food items, and their geographical location. That is, if the state is located near the sea, or a desert, or a hill station, etc. Yet, there is no clear demarcation because due to constant migration, fast life, and thanks to social media, people are trying new dishes across states and have adopted food culture of different places. However, some states are still known for some of their popular dishes. So, let's check out a few popular dishes of these states. I'm sure you must be familiar with most of them and their popular dishes that we are familiar with. Punjab is a North Indian state and the most popular food items are sarson ka saag and makki ki roti. Haryana, which is also a North Indian state, is famous for kadhi pakoda. The staple food of the North Indian states is wheat, so all their dishes are eaten with roti, naan, chapati, etc., which are made out of wheat. Dal bati churma and gatta sabzi are food items of Rajasthan, which is in the western part of India. Gujarat is also located in the western part of India. Dhokla, khandvi, and tepla are its popular food items. Next, we move on to Kerala, which is a South Indian state. Idiyappam with curry and puttu are steamed food which are very popular dishes of this state. Since Kerala is a coastal state, which means a state situated near the sea, different types of fish curries are also cooked there. Tamil Nadu, which is also a South Indian state, has its own favorite numbers like idli dosa, vada, sambar and chutney. Bihar, in the eastern part of India, is famous for its litti choka and sattu paratha. West Bengal is also in the eastern part of India. Shukto, made using a lot of vegetables, and luchi aloo dum are some of the specialities of West Bengal, and their sweet dishes, rasgulla and sandesh, are also very famous. My mouth is watering indeed, and I'm sure yours is too. Do try a dish from this list and relish it, children. Now, let's move on and discuss about some reasons why we eat certain types of food or why our food habits are different from one another. Age and health of a person. Children, do you know that the age and health of a person affects the food he or she eats? Infants can have milk and other soft cooked food that can be easily digested as they do not have teeth. Young people can have all types of food items, while old people again can have only those food items that are soft cooked and food that can be easily digested. This is because they lose their teeth due to old age and may also have problems in digestion and many other illnesses. Do you know that health also affects a person's food habits? A person who is suffering from any illness or diseases cannot eat all kinds of food. They can only eat a diet which is strictly prescribed by the doctor. Area, climate, and local availability of food. Depending on the area and climate of a place, certain types of crops grow in those places. Like as we just discussed about people in North India having wheat and people of South India having rice as they are locally grown there and are easily available. Moreover, we also just learned that people living near the sea eat more of fish and other seafood because they are easily available. People's culture, tradition, and community also affects the food we eat. People belonging to different religions have their own traditions that they follow. They celebrate different festivals and have their own way or style of cooking different dishes. Personal likes and dislikes. When we talk about personal likes and dislikes, I cannot stop but to think about you all, my children. How many of us love to eat fried foods and other junk food, and we try and tend to avoid or even hate healthy food and vegetables? Most of us prefer to eat food that we like or probably find tasty and usually avoid food items that we don't like, which are usually healthy. Last but not the least, income of the person. Based on people's pocket, some people can or cannot afford to buy certain things. This is also a major reason why people can or cannot get to eat or even taste certain food items. I am sure you can imagine the kind of food eaten in your home and that of poor people. This reminds me that we should never waste food. Especially in weddings, we tend to waste a lot of food. That we must avoid. Take as much as food in your plate as you need. Now, we are going to try and list out a few healthy eating habits. Eat a balanced diet. That is, we should try and include all types of food in right amounts instead of eating food items that we like, which generally are unhealthy too. Avoid junk food. The word junk tells us these kinds of food don't make our tummies happy, nor do we feel comfortable after eating them. Too much of oily, fatty, or sugary food is harmful to health and should be avoided. Eat whole grain cereals, whole fruits, and fresh vegetables to get enough fiber. These food items keep you fit and healthy and are a good source of fiber too. Drink plenty of clean water daily. Water is needed to maintain our body temperature and helps in digestion. But remember, children, do not drink water just before, during, or just after a meal. It is always good to maintain at least a half an hour gap before and after meals. And drinking water during meals is a big no. Unless you choke while you are eating, of course. Eat slowly and chew your food well. This helps us to digest our food easily as digestion of our food starts in our mouth itself and well-chewed food aids in quicker digestion. Wash your hands before and after every meal. This is a very important and healthy habit. Germs in your hands will get washed away and this leaves you with clean hands. Serve yourself only the required quantity of food. This prevents overeating and wastage of food. So children, what did we learn in this session? We learnt about the cultural diversity in food habits in our country. That is, there is diversity in Indian food culture. People from different cultural backgrounds eat different types and varieties of food. Then we learnt about some of the factors that affect our eating habits like age, health, income of a person, etc. Finally, we learnt about some healthy eating habits that we should follow. So, my dear children, make an informed choice. Choose good food and practice healthy eating habits to stay hale and hearty and hope you remain in the pink of your health. Goodbye and take care, children.